We are back with another video, guys. Today I am gonna be doing some maintenance and a mod. I mean, it's a mod. We are gonna be putting these Xcessive manufacturing wide angle kit and these Moog lower ball joints because these ones, or the ball joints on the wagon right now, I can tell they're about to fail because they're clunking. And if you don't know, when your ball joints fail on these, you can mess up your whole fender. You can get in an accident. It's all bad, all bad. So, actually, if you're gonna ask me right now, you're thinking, is he even gonna drift? Is he even a drifter? No, I'm not a drifter. Am I gonna drift this thing? Probably not. I'll try a donut once in a while. It's gonna look cool though. So I got the Xcessive manufacturing angle kit, Moog lower ball joints. Oh, and another reason I'm going with an angle kit is because we bought these cut lower ball joints, and I did not know by buying these that you need to have an angle kit because you lose the third hole to be able to mount the outer tie rod to, and that will be here. So it'll sit on this plate like this, or other way. But yeah, I got extended inners and outers. I really don't know if I'm supposed to be having extended inners and outers, but we will see. I'm gonna show you guys the stock turning radius, but first let me show you guys what's going on with Rihanna's car. So I'm doing a timing kit. Look at Gates belt. Ooh. Redid her valve covers with black and rose gold flakes. What else? I am currently in the process of relocating her oil filter. I went with a Circuit Sports. I believe it's a S13 oil filter relocation kit. Unfortunately, the stainless steel lines are set length, so I'm still currently figuring out where I want to mount it. But as of right now, the best spot I can think of is right here, easy access, and not binding the lines down there. This is a bigger oil filter as well. I believe it would have to run like the same thread size as a S14. If you want to know, it is a 20. I think it's a 206A mobile one filter. New plugs, plug wires. Gonna still run the original coil packs. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you the stock steering radius, and then I'm gonna start taking the car or taking the wheels off, and then hopefully get this angle kit on pretty easy. Here's the stock turning radius. It looks so funny with non-stiff suspension. Monster truck. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it apart. I have never done inner and outer tie rods before, so this is gonna be a first for me. Alright, wheels are off. Pretty straightforward. We have these bolts here for the outer tie rod. This is the inner tie rod. Hopefully the boots are still good. If not, I'm gonna borrow the ones that she got for her car. And where's the... Yeah, that should be the load box right here. Yep. So, yeah, I'm just gonna disassemble everything. I have a inner tie rod tool to be able to pull out the inner tie rod. So, yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. Hopefully she can get the alignment this Monday before she starts driving it like crazy. I'm gonna try align it or match the radiuses. match the radiuses, match the lengths of the OEM, and see what we can do. I'm not sure if that takes away angle or whatever, but I'm just gonna match it and then let the alignment shop do their thing. Main reason we're doing this, like we said, is we bought the lower ball joints that were cut, and we thought it would be cool to just have the wide angle kit. Your boy has been through war. I had to basically drive out to O'Reilly's and AutoZone to be able to find stock outer tie rod, because with the extended inners and then the extended outers, it is way too long. So I'm assuming I would need a longer lower control arm, but I am stuck on that end. I do have JZX uppers, but the kit is in. Fairly simple. So this is Master Pro's or O'Reilly's, which sucks. I'm gonna down the line for sure change it to either Moog or Mivotech. I got the new boot on, cleaned up the inside of the steering rack. For whatever reason, there was like oil, like engine oil in it. Cleaned it up, got it all torqued down, new boot. I am leaving this nut loose because after I put it, drop the car down, I am going to try eyeball alignment till she can take it to the shop. But here is the steering angle right now. I'm not fully sure if it's even noticeable, but that looks pretty wide. Here is the stock side. Yeah, I guess it is pretty good difference for just the plates. I am going to go ahead and do this side and then drop the car down and show it to you guys as a finished product. The ball joint will sit onto the plate like this. These dowel pins will go inside. Fairly easy, other than the fact that I had to like go run around and find outer tie rods to be able to run the extended inners and have like the proper amount of thread for the outer tie rods so that it won't snap while I'm driving. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish it up and drop it down for you guys. Here we are after the Xcessive manufacturing angle kit. Pretty nice angle for me. I don't drift, so it's just for looks. This is, I believe, extended inner tie rods from Xcessive manufacturing with stock outer tie rods from like AutoZone. Moved lower ball joints, and then obviously the plates for the angle kit. It looks pretty smooth. So I did do an eyeball alignment, and it drives pretty straight for the most part till I can get it to the shop. I don't drive this car anyway, so yeah. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty smooth. I really do need to fix this bumper gap because it's so bad. Like the tabs is broken. So Mac lifter would probably be the best option, but the tabs itself is broken, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work with broken tabs, because I know you have to like put epoxy on it to the original bumper for the metal plate, but if there's nothing for it to like clamp onto, then that's what I'm worried about. And also it's cracked here on the top of the bumper, so that's like that whole thing is gonna come off. But yeah, what do you guys think about the angle kit?